The man who tried to steal my grandmother's ghost. The air in the conference room felt like ice, mostly because my father was sitting across from me, flanked by two guys in $5,000 suits who looked like they'd never smiled a day in their lives. My grandpa Joe. He was a simple man, a carpenter from Ohio who built half the houses in his county. When he passed, he left me his workshop, the land it sat on, and a sealed envelope. He didn't leave it to my dad, the big-shot real estate developer who hadn't visited Ohio in 10 years. He left it to me. "Leo, don't be a child," my dad said, leaning back with that practiced corporate sigh. "That land is worth $4 million as a strip mall. You're 24. What are you going to do? Make birdhouses? Sign the quitclaim deed, and I'll put $500,000 in your savings tonight." The lawyer slid the paper forward. They looked at me like I was a bug they were about to squash. "It's for the family legacy, kid," one of them muttered. I looked at the paper. Then I looked at my dad. "Grandpa told me you'd do this," I said quietly. Dad laughed. "The old man was senile, Leo. He didn't know his own name by the end. That was the mistake. See? Grandpa Joe wasn't just a carpenter. He was a hoarder of secrets." I pulled a small digital recorder out of my pocket. "This is from last Christmas," I said, hitting play. My dad's voice filled the room. But he wasn't talking about business. He was talking to his business partner about adjusting the books for the suburban project, about the $60,000 he'd skimmed from the company pension fund to cover his gambling debts in Vegas. The lawyers froze. My dad's face went from tan to ghostly white in 3 seconds flat. "I have 3 years of these," I whispered. "Grandpa built a hidden mic into the mahogany desk he gave you for your office. He knew you were stealing from the family long before I did." I stood up, tucked the deed into my jacket, and looked my father in the eye. "The shop stays a shop, and if I hear from your lawyers again, the DA gets the rest of the tapes." As I walked out, I could hear the lawyers frantically whispering about legal liability. I headed straight to the old workshop, smelling the cedar and the dust. And for the first time, I felt like I was finally home.